Hey y'all, as y'all come on in, hit the like button. I'm early, so y'all come on in, take your time. I know I got 5 minutes. Hey, Candy girl, how you doing? Hey, retired teacher, how are you? Yes, ma'am, all is well. Happy Wednesday. Hey, everybody, come on in. Y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Alexa, volume 3. How was everybody's day? Hey, Mr. Vetta, how are you? Hey, Miss Patricia, how are you? Thank you. Enjoy your channel. Still sending prayers for you. Thank you so much. Please continue to pray. Pray, because prayer changes things. Thank you so much, you guys. Shonda's thoughts. Hey, girl, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Sorry, happy Wednesday. It's hump day. I'm moving too fast. Mr. Vetta doing good. Good, Mr. Vetta. Good. Myra, how are you? How are you, sweetheart? How was your day? Flower 61, how are you? How was your day too? I hope everybody had a productive day. Sorry, technically. My daughter's been texting me, y'all. But I hope everybody had a good day. Hey, Miss Lisa, how you doing? Miss Patricia, I'm your mom's age. We're the senior citizens. No, y'all not. I don't think my mama old. So if you're my mom's age, you quality. That's that fine grade. That's a USDA meat. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Good stock. Mr. Vetta, she's giving shout outs to everybody. You guys, she's telling everybody hello. Miss Christina, how are you? How are you, sweetheart? I hope you had a good day. Miss Lisa, how are you? All right. I love how you guys shout out to each other. I'm just waiting, y'all. It's 8:28, just giving people time to get here. I just came on a little early. Just trying to be productive here. You know, I had been a while. Y'all know I'm used to short hair, so my daughter did my hair. So I got to get used to this stuff sometime. But just trying to be proactive for when my grandbaby get here. Because I know things going to be changing. Y'all know how that is. Miss Lisa, thanks for the hearts, you guys. Thank you. I love how you guys share so much love. I love it. So listen, while we're coming in the room, hitting the likes button and everything, tonight we're talking about loving someone and the sex isn't good. Do you step out? And that's a question mark. So just contemplate on it because we're going to start talking at 8:30 sharp. Just waiting on everybody to get here. Flower 61. Hello, Lisa. She's giving you guys a shout out. Right. Yes, Mr. Fetty. They're going to love it. Right. Sorry, y'all. You got no pollen out down here, and I ain't got no lashes or nothing on, but I couldn't hang today. That pollen ain't no joke down this way. And it's 8:30, so let's get cracking. No, I'm not stepping out. I can make it work. Hey, hello, Miss Sandra. How are you? Thanks for the hearts. Thank you. How are you? I hope you had a good day. So listen, tonight we're talking about you're loving someone and the sex isn't good. Are you stepping out? Question mark. Loving is the key word in that statement. You are loving someone and the sex isn't good. Stepping out? Question mark. Now listen, you guys. I want us to think about this statement clearly. And this just me laying down some foundation. Right, Mr. Vetter? Keyword loving. You loving someone, so evidently there's some history there. So that means y'all done been together a good little while, right? Y'all done been together a good minute. So evidently y'all done had some years into play. So the sex didn't just become bad. And when it comes to sex, I feel like sex is teachable. Am I the only one to think that? That sex is teachable? Am I the only one that thinks that you can change sex or we can change the realm of sex? Why isn't it good? And I think 70% of sex is mental. Thank you, Miss Sandra. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vetter. Thank you. I'm just saying, sex is teachable. So if you loving them, you done been there a minute because you don't instantly love somebody, correct? Am I wrong for saying that? So it's some history with loving someone and the sex isn't good. So I'm gonna say loving someone and the sex is no longer good. Are we stepping out? No, you can make it work simply because there are plenty of ways of satisfying your husband / mate. You can differently teach a person how to please you. Absolutely. Absolutely, Candy Girl. Bet that. I'm a former teacher. Teaching is what I do. Hello, somebody. Former teacher, tap me. This is what I'm telling you guys. We be so quick to throw in the towel. Sex is no longer good, but you love them. You can't sit down and talk about that thing. If you done got bored, bruh, or ma'am, if you're bored, ma'am or sir, can we have a conversation? Can we talk about it? What isn't good about it? As my grandma say, are you a dish rag? What can I do to spice things up? And I mean, we're going to be serious here, you guys. Married people, relationships. The Bible tells us that the bedroom is undefiled, so we need to stop playing about the restrictions. I don't care what you do and don't do. That's your business. That ain't what we're doing. We ain't categorizing you for whatever it is that you do. I'm saying that the statement that we're talking about tonight is you're loving someone and the sex is no longer good. Are you stepping out? Or are you just bored? Or are you making up an excuse to do what you want to do? Let me go back to read. It's hard teaching for you. Yeah, there you go. All we have to do is talk to him and tell him what you need and how you want it. Mr. Vetter. High five, my dear. Thank you. Definitely, Jennifer. I will hang in there. Me too, Miss Jennifer. I was talking to a friend last night. I am the person that I will think everything through to the very end. I am the person that I do not like cycles. I do not like to continue to walk in cycles. If I care enough for you, if I'm really into you, I have invested into you and invested into us. Sex ain't good. Then that's partly my fault. I have to take accountability for the sex not being good. Because that's a conversation that can be had. We're grown. I'm just saying. Jennifer Thomas, I was hanging there. Candy Girl. So true, Devay. That's what I'm talking about, Candy Girl. She's talking the truth now. Christy, what's going on, my dear? You ready? We ready now. We done got started, Christy. Bring it on now. Loving someone, Christy. Sex isn't good. And we're saying no longer because you're loving them. That means y'all got history. So it had to be good at some point. Right, Christy? You loving them. So the sex had to be good at some point because you done fell in love. Are you stepping out? Question mark. So let's get back to this. I want to make sure I'm saying this. Neek. Am I saying it right? Help me with that, Neek. I'm just going to say Neek because I don't want to mess it up. Hey, how are you? Yes. This topic came from our girl, Christy Stevenson. She gave it to me last night, and it's very intriguing. But these are the key words. Loving. Loving means y'all have already been invested. Y'all already did some things. You know this person. He know you. You know him. She, he, whatever. Loving. Retired teacher. It starts with communication and being open and honest to each other. Correct. I want to say Lanique. I'm gonna say, and if it's not right, let me know. Miss Patricia, she clapping hands. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, boo. Nick, I'm good with Nick because we on it. We friends now. Okay, good. Thank you, because I don't like to do things that aren't comfortable, so I always got to ask permission. Flower said, "Hey, Lala, is Lala better than Nick?" I'm gonna say Lala if we're gonna do Lala, I can do Lala, Nick. But Christy, no, I'm saying I done got older, so it's not right. I be tired and ready to go, not go to sleep. And this is my thing too, you guys. As far as sex, and I said this before, and I don't know everybody in this, it don't matter. Okay. Well, I like Lala. I like Lala. It makes me think of what's my girl on BMF? Ain't that Lala too? I like Lala. That's married to Carmelo Anthony. But when it comes to sex, I think sex is conditional. And you can make it as funky or as fresh as you want it. Period. I feel like when two people into each other, the chemistry is mental. And I have always said that sex is conditional, it's teachable. You can always say, hey, let me show you some things. Hey, let me show you my spot. Hey, let's try this. Hey, and you can do it in a way where it's receivable for the partner, and without making them feel like that you're forcing them to something, making each other feel comfortable. I feel like that's what you can do when you're grown. You get what I'm saying? Other people may not see it that way. And I feel like when people step out, they're doing it because they bored or they just want to. Period. That's just my opinion. These are my opinions, you guys. And I'm okay with being corrected. That's what we hear. We can talk, have crucial conversations without hurting each other's feelings. We're not going to down each other, but that's just my opinion. When you step out and you loving them and the sex is no longer desirable to you, it's your fault, partly your fault, because you should have communicated it to that person. Now, after you had several conversations and old girl or old boy ain't receptive, then you might have a key to go with. Then I can see that. If you done did everything to see what's the next step or to fix it, then I can see. Absolutely. I can see. But don't just throw in the towel in the beginning. So I'm just going, Lala said, hey, flowers. Lala said, don't matter. Thank you, babe. Mr. Vetter, it was good in the beginning, so I would have to talk about it, what's going on, and could health issues, etc. Correct. Absolutely. As a woman, you guys know women go through a lot, and things change with a woman, especially her reproductive system. Things can change at any time. Women go through a lot. Fibroid tumors, heavy bleeding can be for anything, stress, irregular periods can be caused for some generic reason, anything. So it could be something hormonal going on with her. So it's conditional. Absolutely. And then even when it comes to men, you know, it is what it is. Some men mentally got to have a desire. They got to have something that turn them on. Something may be key for them. And that's what communication, that's why you got to talk to your significant other about what it is that give them that fire that makes them burn. Angel Edwards. Hey, how are you, Angel? Welcome. I try to get everybody's name, but Angel, if this is your first time, I want to say welcome. If this is your second or third or fourth time, I want to say thank you for continuing to be with us tonight. Join in. Chris, correct. Mr. Vetter be on it. I get it. Because, I mean, and that's that conditional thing. You know what I'm saying? La la. Yes, I definitely feel communication is first. Understanding what is going on and can be meant so much. Correct. La la. And you know what, you guys? I think a lot of mistakes, a lot of issues we face come from lack of communication. That's just me talking on the fly. I think a lot of balls get, a lot of balls get dropped because we don't communicate. Christy says sometimes it may not be good because he may be giving his all to someone else and coming home rushing with you. And Christy, you know what? As a woman, you have a woman's intuition. And I feel like too, and when you feel like you're getting secondhand or leftovers, you know when your man ain't giving you his best. That's still a conversation that need to be had on some real. Because I can tell you when I know when mine is. And I'm grown enough that I'm gonna say, yo, can we talk for a minute? And I tell him, if I'm gonna tell you, because I'm the one that I want you to hear from me first. I want you to hear that. Hey, I'm having some issues. I'm having some desires that you're not quite. You used to meet my desires. When we first met, it used to be like this. When we first got together, you used to think about my needs. That's something we talk about. Because I think sometimes when you're in a relationship with anyone, people get comfortable. And that can be, like I said, any relationship, mother, daughter, husband, wife, girlfriend, friends. People get comfortable and they tend to take for granted of the relationship. So they stop doing things that they used to do. So I think it's something that we gotta take heed to, because I'm just like, sex, no offense, but the vagina automatically gets wet when you are attracted, when you're aroused. It's naturally going to get moisturized. It's going to naturally get wet. And if you're grown, you know that. But for it to stay in that matter, you have to continue to be turned on. And that's, to me, mental. That's just me, speaking. And I could be wrong, but you have to be into the person that you're with. You got to be turned on to some extent. So how are you having sex and it ain't good? I'm past that. Why? At what point it ain't good? And if it's a man or a woman saying this, is your erection gone? Are you soft? Is it not good that way? Because if you're hard the entire time, help me. We grown. I just want to know. Angel Edwards said, yes, that's true. Davita, if you have been with this person for a long time, you know the aroma and you have right. If it changes, I'm asking questions. Exactly, Mr. Vetta. And that's what I'm saying. You know. Routine. People tend to have a routine. We don't tend to think of it, but you have a routine. When something changes, you notice it. You absolutely notice it. You notice it. And we women notice things like that. Men may not, but that's why we can pick up on a lot of things, because we notice the little things. Lala, yes, sex is so mental for me. Me too, Lala. Me too. And it's gonna always be. Here come Daryl. Hey, Daryl. I missed you. I ain't seen you in like over a week. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. But I'm just saying, Lala, it's definitely mental. So we saying you loving someone and the sex isn't good. Step out? Question mark. If you loving them and the sex isn't good, then at one point it had to be good because you loving them. So how can you make it back the way it used to be? I don't think stepping out should be your first result. I think you should talk about it. If you're at the point where you're stepping out, have y'all talked about it first? Has he or she no longer had interest into making you that your desires their priority? Because it's definitely a mental thing. Because I'm just saying, even when you in sex and you know it ain't quite right, you can say something in the middle like, yo, babe, that ain't quite there, babe. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you can notice he's getting soft, or if the erection is going down, you do something to turn him back on. I mean, we having adult conversations. We're adults here, right? Period. Same thing for you. If you're no longer wet, he got to do some foreplay. He got to do something to turn you back on. It is what it is. The smell not going anywhere. Mr. Vetter, I love you. Hey, Miss Barbara Warren, it takes more than sex to keep a marriage. Toys help. All right now. Absolutely. If that's the thing, that's that foreplay. But we were just saying, Miss Barbara, the statement we're talking about tonight is loving someone and the sex isn't good. Step out. Do you step out? Question mark. And that's what we were just trying to like break it down, because we're like, you're loving. Loving is the key part of that statement. So if you're loving them, then that means y'all been together for a little while, because you don't instantly fall in love, do you, with someone? So that means the sex had to be good at some point for you to fall in love, right? Kia Love. Hey, sweet. How are you? How are you doing tonight, Mr. Vetter? I love you too, but I learned my man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Me too. And I think that's just something we should do with each other anyway. I think people, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you should you should. I mean, that's just being observant. If you're a woman, you got to be smart. And I think that's like, if you're a lady anyway, you own your game. You know? And you can tell Mr. Vetter kind of like is seasoned. And I'm saying that, Mr. Vetter, because I know you got a little experience, but I'm saying you're seasoned very well because of the way your statements. And that's good. Someone can learn a lot from that, from you anyway. Miss Barbara, till death departs. Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. Communicate it. Hey, babe, it ain't like it used to be. I noticed that you're not hard as you was. I noticed you having problems. And I mean, if we've been together if you've been with a person more than a year, y'all can talk about arousals. You can talk about erections. Really? You can't talk about how to please each other. If that's an uncomfortable conversation, I don't know why y'all in a relationship. But anyway, Daryl, I'm eating my fruit bowl, listening and taking notes. Absolutely. Take notes. Absolutely. That'll make it charming for you next time. You'll have your game tight. Mr. Vetter, Jennifer. Sis, you want big sis to teach you something? Absolutely, Mr. Vetter. Teach me. Absolutely. I'm teachable. I do not ever want to live life thinking that I am perfect and I can't learn nothing. Absolutely. I have always been humble enough to say that, hey, if you know a direction that I need to head and show me that way, I'm headed in a new direction. I don't want to go that same old way. That's what I'm saying. To love everything. Love comes in a multitude of sin. That also applies to sex. If he's a good man, you don't leave your you don't leave your compromise. You don't leave, you compromise. Okay, I got it. And find pleasure in his goodness. Absolutely. And that's what we're saying. Stepping out shouldn't be the first result. That if you're having issues with just sex and it's not being good, that's something definitely you can talk about. You know what I mean? What's causing it not to be good? Have y'all had an argument about finding? What's making that intimacy no longer good? That's what you got to talk about. Jennifer, that's why I developed my big sister. Absolutely. Yes, that's my auntie. I'm like calling her auntie now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. Rita Williams. Hey, how are you, Miss Rita? How you doing? Thank you for all the flowers, the hearts, the roses. I thank you. I thank you, thank you. Jennifer, like with eyes. I know, right? But we being honest, you guys. We are women. This is what we're here for. You know, encourage each other, show the ropes. I mean, it's something. If I done went through something that I know that I can show somebody else to keep you from going through, why not just tell you about my experiences and maybe you can take a piece of it and learn from it. Seriously, look at Daryl. Daryl eating his what he say he eating his fruit bowl. He taking notes. So when he gets to his next, she finna be his wife because he gonna have it notched out. All because of the ladies and his and conversations with Dimples. Absolutely. Hey, how are you? And Prissy, how are you? Thank you for joining us tonight. Miss Barbara, what happens if one becomes disabled? Thank you. And Mr. Vetta was saying that. She was just like saying how health issues come into play. Exactly. That's when you got to be mature enough to say, okay. You know what I'm saying? That exactly. That's what we were saying. You got to take it with the good and the bad. You're exactly right. Also, try not to be confrontational. Perfect. I love that word. What can we do together to make this work? Absolutely. Let's talk about it, babe. What can we do? I want this to work. Don't be afraid to try new things. Your bedroom is there are no restrictions. Your relationship, your business, your thing. Do you? Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Retired Teacher. Savella Ed Barber, disabling meaning. Okay, she wants to know some clarity on disabled. Miss Barber, Beans mom, you should be so close to your man you are laying next to tell him anything and vice versa. I agree. I have always believed that the person you're in a relationship with, especially when you guys been together at least 3 years, he is no longer just a boyfriend or a girlfriend. She is no longer that. She's somebody that you got to trust, especially if y'all living together. Because you to intertwine, y'all sharing things with. You have to trust a person that you have a relationship with, especially when it's called long term that way. Period. I agree with you, Beans mom. It should be vice versa. There shouldn't be no restrictions. And Daryl said he's down to the grapes, you guys. Barbara, when my husband came to meet with us, creator, when um he came down with ALS. Okay, got you. And you come creative when okay. So you just saying, Miss Barbara, that your husband he came down with ALS and y'all came up with creative ways. Is that what you're saying? And correct me if I'm putting words in your mouth. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But yes, I see what you're saying. And you love past the disability and you guys made it something work out. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. That's so special. I love that. I love that vibe. La la. I'm talking about it. And we'll try to work it out. Right now, I'll be okay without cheating. It's so much more to marriage than sex. Very much so. Especially when it's at a point where sex is no longer a necessity or a no longer a crutch. Think about when people get into like their 80, 90, and 100-year old. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents were no longer like, I'm sure, worried about sex at that point. It was more of they were intimate and they were companions. They kissed in the morning, they hugged, and that was what it was. It was just unity. Their love was so unconditional, you guys. But again, that comes with maturity, I think. That's just me. But anyway, Beans mom, exactly. Miss Josephine, how are you? Flower 61, you never too old to learn new tricks. Absolutely. The Mr. Vetter, when is you having class? I'm telling her. Absolutely. She on it now. Barbara went and said, Mr. Vetters, when I got my toys, I felt like I was cheating. Oh, Miss Barbara. Oh, that's sweet though. You felt like you was betraying your husband because of his oh, oh. But I love the way that you created, you still, you created a way to make it intimate. You got you, but you still didn't step out on your husband. You get what I mean? So yes, I get that. It's totally understandable. Rita Williams, toys are good. Absolutely. I was telling Miss Barbara that. Let him watch. Some love to watch. Hey. But I'm the fetters. And Miss Barbara, no, you're not cheating. I'm sure your husband understands and he still can see right. Exactly, Mr. Red. That's why I just said, hey, let him watch. See, I told Mr. Bella, she do it so classy. She was like, he still can see right. And here I am talking about let him watch. She just says it with a different, like a finer class. I see it, Mrs. Barnes said, yes, he can see, but I have yet to introduce him to my new friends. Oh, you should, Miss Barbara. Just have a conversation about it one day and just to see how he feel about it. Absolutely, Mr. Vedette, Barbara. Well, it's time for him to see. Yes, yes. Shall we use his elbow? Ah, I love it though. I love you. I love how you still consider him. That's dope, Miss Barbara. That's dope. I love that you still consider your husband. Big facts. Oh my God, such a love story. La la. Yes, he might enjoy watching. I'm telling you, that's a love story. Cause you right at home. Like he ain't gotta worry about that. You know? And you still let him know that he is the one for you. That's a love story, you guys. But just to get back on the top, we was just talking about loving someone and the sex isn't good, stepping out. Question mark. Let him watch and tell you what you do, the way he might feel like if he is helping please you. Absolutely, retired teacher. Yes. And that way he can be involved. Absolutely. And let him get into let him see, let him like narrate the story. And he's involved. Let him be a part of it. And let him watch you, Miss Barbara. And it may really be something on the next level for you guys. Just to see. Just have the conversation and see. And Miss Barbara, that's great. Anything wrong with the knees? I know that's right. If you can do the elbow, you sure can do the knees. No, that's right. And sit in his lap, Mr. Vet. Auntie, don't do it. Got me listening. I'm seriously sitting here thinking about what? Yes, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Rita Williams, your husband can participate with the toys and vice versa. And true, absolutely. I love how we are here to encourage Barbara through this. Barbara, you have a whole circle that's letting you know and encouraging through this. And we're blessed to grow old. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love your energy. Such a beautiful love story. And that's something we can conversate later too. Loving someone through the disability. That's love. And that's what I'm talking about. In the world we live in, having someone that is solid to tackle the day-to-day life with means more. Absolutely. And that's me too, Beans Mom. We live in a critical world. And y'all know when you, like I was telling you like last week, when you dealing with something and it's like so many people around, and it's like when the people go, that's when you feel your most burden. You feel things coming down and you like, oh my God, where all the people go. So when people around you feel so comfortable and secure, but when you get by yourself, that's when it seems like you're more weary. But when you got someone that you know that's solid, that in spite of the circumstances, loving, you love through that. You love through sex. You love through the infidelities. You love through the wrong. You love through the bad. You love, it is what it is. I just had this conversation this morning. So what? It ain't what it, you're not gonna be radical every time. And I know that you're not gonna be radical. So quit thinking that you're gonna perform like He-Man every time we're together. It's cool. I mess with it's good. I'm good. And just like the same for me. Mr. Vetter, keep it up, Barbara. Absolutely, Miss Barbara. We rooting for you. Thanks all. It's all good. You got it. You got it, Miss Barbara. You got it. Lily Bless. Hey, how are you, babe? Welcome. Come on in. We were just talking about loving someone. Sex isn't good. Are we stepping out? And you know what we saying. Conversation, talk about it before you step out. Sex not being good is not a reason to step out, because sex is definitely something that you can be corrected. If it ain't good, it's because it's either your fault or theirs. You got to take accountability for that too. Other than that, not for no sex, y'all. Ain't no such thing. And I'm not going to say there ain't no such thing as bad sex. I still feel like you can teach a person how to be a better lover to you. If they're doing something you don't like to you, I still feel like if you're an adult, if they're willing to listen, you can always fix that if you want to. If you want chemistry, you can do that. Maria, how are you? How are you doing? La, stepping out on someone you love will only bring problems after a while. Absolutely, because at that point, it's no longer, it's nothing for me anyway. Because it's like if you did that for sex, if you saying that my sex isn't good and you willing to step out for that, then it wasn't nothing from the beginning. I never mattered in the beginning, especially when you didn't even let me know that was an issue, because it could have been something that I could have been going through, depression, anything. So it still should have been a conversation. You get what I'm saying? You still need to give people the ability to conversate about things like that. Jay, can you please shout out my brother 30th birthday? His name is Hugh. Happy birthday to Hugh Jazzy. Am I saying it right? Hugh Jazzo. Happy 30th birthday. Shout out, you guys. Let's give Hugh a shout out. Happy 30th birthday to you. And many more to come. Many more to come. Miss Deborah Lee, how are you? How are you to Miss Deborah? Daryl, New Edition had a classic song called Can You Stand the Rain? Meaning when it gets, absolutely, Daryl. Absolutely. It don't get no better. And that's a perfect analogy. When it rains, and it may even pour. I need you to be solid with me. I just need you to be solid. I'm not perfect. I'm gonna have some flaws. I'm gonna have some infidelities. I just need you to know that I'm worth it. Absolutely, they're good. I love that. I love it, bro. I love that. I love it. Mr. Vetter, happy birthday, Hugh. Yes, happy birthday, Hugh. Everybody, let's let Hugh happy birthday is today. Give him a shout out. 30. Welcome to your 30s. Good job. Okay. So it's me, retired teacher. Everybody's giving you a shout out. Oh, hey, Ocean Way. How are you? I wanted to tell you personally, thank you for sharing my video some time back. I know I hadn't had an opportunity to thank you, but I want to tell you thank you because you didn't have to do it, but you did. I appreciate you taking my post and sharing it out with your YouTube streets and your fans. You know, that was love. You didn't have to do that, and I appreciate you, Ocean Way, for that. No doubt. I appreciate you for that. And again, we're talking about tonight, you're loving somebody and the sex isn't good. Are you stepping out? And of course, we're all saying you got to talk about that thing, because if the sex isn't good, we feel like it's something can be fixed. Something like sex. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about sex. We can fix that. All right. And Ocean Wave said, peace and blessings to you all and your families. Thank you, Ocean Wave. And Miss Rita said, hello, Dimples. How are you? How you doing, Miss Lily? She said, happy birthday, Hugh. Tay, hey, y'all. He's saying hello to everybody. Or she. I just want to make sure because I hate to take the initiative of figure trying to say, but Tay Ray. He's saying hello to everybody. Flower 61, happy birthday, Hugh. Happy birthday from Treat Ocean Wave. I would be wrong if I did. You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. You still didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's just respect because you didn't have to do it, but you did. And I am so very grateful for you. I got some subscribers because of that. And I thank you. Ella just, hey, Dimples, how are you? How are you doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. I'm saying I'm too old to leave. What? But 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 if you staying and you got an issue with the sex, Ocean Way, you still need to tell your partner that is an issue. Don't just be miserable. You still want her to know that you're not enjoying the sex. So you say, hey, babe, it ain't what it used to be. Can we work on it? Or hey, babe, it ain't. Tell her things so she'll know how to try to please you next time. Don't say you too old to leave. Make it great again. Ain't that what y'all president used to say? Hey, Twist, how are you? And you okay? Welcome to YouTube. Well, I'm glad you on mine. Welcome to YouTube. I am too, though. I'm about what, a month in, you guys. I'm new too, but you see, I got so much love. So welcome to YouTube, Twist, and it's out here. It's a lot of love out here. Don't let take heed to the negativity because there's a lot of love out here. Welcome to YouTube. Hit the like button and come holler at us nightly. I try to let everybody know when I come on, but typically during the week I'm 8:30. So thank you for joining us tonight. I love you processes. If the sex is off, the intimacy is lacking. Big facts. And that's the problem. Intimacy, and I say this all the time. Intimacy is chemistry, I think too. And I feel like when you have no intimacy, you got to figure out a way to get it back. You got to bring that fire back. That means it's dull. And when people, I feel like that's when they didn't got bored. And that's when my grandma used to say it's a dish rag. You got to do something spicier. Don't just be in the same position. Act like you really want to be involved. Do something, and it ain't got to be, I ain't saying you got to be raw freak, but make it nasty. Make it do what you do that you guys make it y'all. Own it. Make it y'all's. Y'all own it. Twist. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for all the heart love faces. I love it. Flower 61, alive and prosperous. She said hello. I guess hello to everyone. Jewel, good evening, Dimples. How are you? And chat family, I hope you have a blessed Wednesday. I did, and I hope you did as well, Miss Jewel. I live to see another work day, and I hope I make it through the night. Thank you, Lord. Miss Carla, thank you so much for the love, heart heads, and all that love that you're sending our way. Miss Yvette Alive, she's giving you guys shout out, you guys. And I thank you guys for coming on. We've been on here about 43 minutes, and we were just talking about how you loving somebody, and the sex isn't what you anticipated. It's no longer good. And I'm going to say no longer because it had to be good at some point because you're loving them. And are you stepping out? Damn people. Well, hello. I'm glad I can visit. Well, I'm glad you visit us too. Absolutely. We have a lot of interesting conversations. You should continue to come back and holler at us. Check us out. Continue to holler at us. But that's what I'm saying. When the sex isn't good and you loving that person, the intimacy is lacking. The chemistry has probably left. You need to chunk the coals in that fire. Seriously. Put on a porn. Try something different. Get you some toys. Miss Barbara, get you some things. Have conversations. Say something in his or her ear. Touch them, rub them. Let them know that they are valuable to you. It matters. It matters. I'm just saying. My husband told me, Bean's mom, sorry, my husband told me a long time ago, ain't no shame in his, thank you, absolutely. Ain't no shame in his bed. Sure made things a lot easier. And on the love, absolutely. It shouldn't be though. If that's your man and you his girl and he your man and vice versa, it shouldn't be no shame. What are you ashamed of? Because it's the intimacy. What are you modest about? It's his private, yours, and it's already in. What are we hiding here? I mean, I'm sure it's already done. You done did all that dirty, so it's you might as well go in and make it, at least make it compassionate, make it fulfilling, make it whole. Damn people, absolutely. Thanks for the invitation. Absolutely, check us out. That's what we do. We have good conversations, and people check us out, and y'all hit the like buttons. Continue to join us. We turn up a lot over here. Alive and prosperous. Send spicy texts. Yes. High five, boo. Yes. Send something. And you ain't got to do that all the time because then that'll get old. But do it every now and then. Absolutely. Carla, hey, Alive and prosperous. She's giving Miss Carla saying hello to you guys. Lily Beans. Yes, I'm stepping. Miss Lily, you stepping out if the sex ain't good. You gonna talk about it. I know you are. You gonna have a conversation. Miss Rita, put on your chilly outfit and trench coat. Absolutely. Change it up. Change it up. I bet you put a smile on his face. Absolutely. The thrill. Put the thrill in there. Bring that thrill back. Miss Carla saying hello back to you guys. Miss Avella, she's saying hello. She's saying B's moms. That's so true. RX Nails, good evening. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Jennifer Thomas Carla, she's saying hello. Alive and prosperous. You speaking on big love. Thank you. I'm just saying. That's just me. Bean's mom, she said hey to you, Miss Carla. Carla, she's telling hello, Rita. And RX Nails, giving you guys some shout outs here. And RX Nails said hi, Carla. I'm just making sure I'm reading everybody's comments. Hold on, somebody got a birthday. Marique, happy birthday. You're 49. Happy 49th birthday. What a blessing. Another year. Happy birthday to you. Hello, is it Usually Talk Show? How are you doing tonight? Mr. Vetta said, there you go, Rita. I know that's right, Auntie. Carla, she's saying back, hi, Barbara, back to you guys. And Lala, she's speaking back. If talking doesn't get it, absolutely. Yes, Miss Lily, that's what I'm saying. After we done talked about it, I get it. If that don't work and you ain't taking heed, absolutely. Do what you got to do. Yes, boo. I get it. Absolutely. You communicated it, and it is what it is. And the friends are giving you some happy birthday shout outs, you guys. Okay, Marie. Okay, good. They saying happy birthday to you. And Miss Fanny, hey, how are you? We were just talking about loving someone. Sex isn't good. Do you step out? And we weren't trying to be too vulgar about it, but I know our first interaction, everybody kind of agreeing that you're going to talk about it and let them know that the sex ain't what it used to be. And y'all going to talk it out before you actually step out on somebody. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, you guys. We don't hear about 50 minutes. And I know it's 9:15, and I know people got so much more to do. And I know it's other channels out here, but I am so humble of guys. Oh, you guys, and my Cash App is $2 Dimples Pettiford. I know I gotta keep saying that. If not, my sponsors and make sure I need to keep saying I know I'm new to this thing. But thank you so much, Christy. Shout out to Christy for this topic tonight. She's the reason we got that. Tomorrow, tune in tomorrow night, 8:30. We coming back with more. It's relatable to this. I don't want to kind of give you the topic as of yet, but come on back. You're gonna want to be here. If you loving them and the sex ain't good and you're questioning stepping out, we're gonna go into deeper details about these questions that you ask when you start dating people. If you already see the red flags, that's what we're gonna talk about tomorrow night. So that's it, you guys. I want to say I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you, Monty. Um, and I just thank everybody for tuning in. Like I told Ocean Wave, you don't have to, but you do. And this is by choice. And I thank you guys for choosing me, choosing my channel. Hey Candy Crush, how are you? I just was telling how I said I need to make sure I say my cash out because you be telling me get on me about that. But again, I want to say thank you guys for supporting me thus far. I appreciate you more than you know. I have to continue to thank you because I don't ever want to be big enough that I don't forget how I got where I am. And that's how I know I'm going to get to the next phase. You got to be grateful. You got to continue to give thanks. And that's how you got to be humble enough because that's how you continue to gain. You got to be humble for what you already have so he can continue to bless you with more. Candy Crush saying hello to everybody. But thank you guys. I am just appalled and grateful for you so much. Tomorrow night we talking about when you're dating someone and y'all see them red flags. You ask the questions and you continue to pursue it anyway. But it's gonna be relatable to that. That's what we talking about tomorrow night. So tune in 8:30. Depths. We talking about you gonna give it to them anyway. So it is what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk. I don't want to give you too much tonight. Oh, that would be a good, absolutely Candy Crush. That's what I'm saying. Red flags, but we still gonna take them draws. We're gonna let them pull them to the side. But that we knew it was a red flag. But anyway, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Thank you again. Happy Hump Day. Tomorrow is Thursday, and I hope that everyone that I see tonight will be here tomorrow night. To God be the glory. God's will that we all be here tomorrow. Say your prayers. Be blessed, and I love you all. Peace and good night.